Santham Academy. Welcome to Digital Kaksha. To get updates on new videos, click the subscribe button and the bell icon.
Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the another chapter of economics, that is estimation of national income. There are three methods which are used to estimate national income are production method, income method and expenditure method. Today we are going to discuss about the production method. One by one we will discuss about the different methods. So today's topic is production method, and this method is also known as value added method and output method. Before estimating the national income, some of the precautions we have to keep in mind. Okay, what should be added, what should be excluded, what should be included or excluded, etc. So these things, these precautions I already mentioned on the board. So while calculating national income, please keep in mind. And these precautions are somehow very important because on this ground, some of the basic reasoning questions are asked in board examination. Okay, so one by one we will discuss about the precaution which should be taken while calculating the national income through production method or value added method. Okay, now the first and important one which you already discussed or studied in the previous chapter, that is always we have to take final goods. That means if the value of the intermediate good is given, we don't have to take, because already in the final goods the value of the intermediate good is mentioned. So the first precaution is every time we have to take final goods. Okay, the second one which is mentioned over here, value of the sale and purchase of the second hand goods. Okay, it has not to be taken into account. Why it is so? Because suppose, for example, just we are going to take an example. Suppose I have purchased a car in 2010. So that means most probably it would be manufactured in 2010 and it would be added in that year. That is okay. If I am going to sell in 2020, that means once again it is not manufactured, it is not produced. So there means there is no flow of goods and services. So it will not be added. Clear? So any type of the second hand goods, share, property, bonds, etc. which are resale, it will not be included because it was already accounted in a particular year. In present year, it is only a transfer of paper. There is no production of goods and services are taking place. So while estimating the national income, please keep in mind sale of second hand good will not be included. But another issue related to this one, but suppose some person, any person or any other institution is engaged as broker, as a agent. You will find number of the brokers deal with the deal in the properties. Okay, so whenever the transaction take place, they get their commission of brokerage. So that commission or that brokerage which they are getting through the sale and purchase of the second hand article will be included, because that services is produced this year. Suppose I was selling, I am going to sell my car. So naturally car is not manufactured this year, car was manufactured in 2000 as we have discussed, but the services rendered by the agent, clear, was produced in this year, in accounting year. So that would be added. Okay, so first point, final goods will be added. Second one, sale of second hand goods will not be added. Another one, own account of production of goods of units will be included. For example, a car manufacturer producing the car, but somehow the cars are not sold, and those cars or even those cars are used for the transporting their employee. So it doesn't mean it is for the own consumption, it is basically produced for market. Clear? So in that way these type of the articles will be included. In the same way, suppose a farmer is producing wheat and some amount is kept for own consumption. So there will be some certain value of the goods and it will be estimated. That is mentioned all at the I think second last or last point. Another point, production of goods for self-consumption taken into account, that I have given the example. A farmer is producing goods for own consumption, or suppose he is not going to sell, that article will be included because it is having some value. Okay? The last another one is imputed rent on the owner occupied house. Owner occupied means how, suppose you have constructed house, clear? So whether you reside itself or you have given that house on the rental purpose, so ever it is left alone, no one is residing over there, the rental value will be added. That is clear. If you are having a house, if you are residing yourself, or if it is rented, or if it is left alone, no one is residing over there, it will be included because it is assumed that every house is having its rental value. Okay. Another precaution that we have to take, the services for self-consumption will not be added in account. Why it is so? Because we can measure the value of the goods, but we can't measure the value of services which are produced by our relatives, our friend, our family members, and because it is related with the emotion, it is not for the market purpose. For example, your mother is preparing, your wife is preparing, your sister is preparing the food for you. So it is a love, it is a affection. Okay, emotions are associated, it is not for the market purpose. So that in that way you cannot calculate such type of the services produced by your family members. So these are the some precaution which we have to keep in mind while estimating the national income. Now we will discuss how we have to calculate, what is the formula, what is the way to calculate national income through production method or output method, or we can say value added method. Now we will discuss one by one some of the steps which are very important to estimate the national income. While we are going to discuss about the estimation of national income through production method, the formula is written on the board. And some of the important component which is also mentioned over here, NFIA, net factor income from abroad, NIT, net indirect taxes, and depreciation, which we already discussed in the last topic. These three component or three elements will be used in all three methods, whether it's a production method or income method or expenditure method. All the uses of these three components we have discussed in the last topic. Okay, now what is the national income, that we also discussed. Whenever you are supposed to calculate national income, that means you have to calculate NNPFC, that means net national product at factor cost. Now we are going to discuss about the formula or method to calculate national income while production method. Now we have already discussed there are the three sectors of the economy: primary, secondary and tertiary. So whatever the value is added by all these three sectors will be used to calculate national income. Okay, now first we'll add gross value added by primary sector. What is the gross value? We will discuss further. Gross value we will discuss further. How can we calculate gross value added? Okay, so first thing which you have to keep in mind, we have to take gross value added by primary sector plus gross value added by secondary sector plus gross value added by tertiary sector. After adding these three components, we will get GDP at MP. Okay, so I think that is a very simple formula is given over here to find out the national income. Please you solve number of the question to calculate national income using this formula. So there will be no need to memorize the formula itself. Now we will discuss about value added, how gross value added is calculated. If it is given in numeric, if it is given in the question, so there is no need to calculate gross value addition, otherwise you will have to calculate. How it will be calculated? Let's see. Okay, now come to the point. we have discussed that if it is the gross value added is given directly in the question, so there is no need to calculate it. But suppose in the question it is not given, so how can we calculate it? In that condition, the value of output will be given. Okay, if suppose value of the output is not given, then we will discuss how to find out the value of output. Suppose the value of output is given, so we will take the value of output minus intermediate consumption. Okay, that will be given directly, or it may be given as a intermediate cost. So value of output minus intermediate consumption. For example, suppose we have taken or we have produced an article of rupees 15, and the raw material and other things which were used to manufacture that one was of rupees 10. So how much value was added? Rupees 5. That is 15 rupees the cost of manufacturing, or value of the output, minus intermediate consumption, that was rupees 10. So how much value was added? Rupees 5. Okay, so that will be given, value of output minus intermediate consumption. Suppose value of output is not also not given in the question, then in that condition you have to find out the value of output. But in that condition sales will be given. So sales plus change in stock will be equal to value of output. Clear? In that condition sales will be given, and along with the sales you have to add change in stock. Now suppose change in stock is not given. In that way, closing stock and opening stock will be given over there. You have to subtract from closing stock minus opening stock. There will be a change. If it is positive, please add it. If it is negative, subtract it. Clear? So I think these concepts are very simple and clear to all of you. I am repeating once again. Gross value added is equal to value of output if it is given. If it is not given, we will calculate through another way. Minus intermediate cost, also known as intermediate consumption. Okay, then you will get the gross value added. If the gross value added is value of output is not given, we will find out the value of output also. Sales plus change in stock. Okay, how can we find out the change in stock? Closing stock minus opening stock. If it is positive value, it will be added. If it is a negative one, we will subtract it. Okay, so first step we have discussed addition of gross value added by primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. We will get GDP MP. But I said whenever you have to calculate national income, you have to find out NNP FC. Now how this GDP at MP will be converted into NNP FC, we will discuss. Now how GDP will be converted into NNP? We have already discussed these three elements, these three components will be used to convert GDP into NNP. Already we have discussed. Now one by one we will discuss once again. We have calculated GDP MP through the production method. Every time we will get GDP MP through production method. Now we are having the value of GDP MP. Suppose figure is not given here. Now we will use depreciation. That is the first element. Okay, all these things we have already discussed. First element, we will minus or subtract depreciation. After the subtraction of depreciation from GDP, gross domestic product will be converted into net domestic product. Okay, now that means we are having the value of NDP at MP. Okay. After that, another thing will be used, another element will be used, that is NFIA, net factor income from abroad. If it is given positive, it will be added. If it is given negative, it will be subtracted. Okay. Now net factor income from abroad, suppose if it is added or subtracted, whatever it is, after subtraction or addition, we will get net national product at market price. That means domestic product will be converted into national product. Okay. Now the last one is left, NIT. How it will calculate it, that we have discussed in the last topic. NIT will be used to convert these market price into factor cost. Okay, the same thing will follow. Positive value, it will be subtracted, negative value it will be added. In that condition it will be opposite. So whatever the figure comes as a NIT, it will be either subtracted or added. It will be converted into NNPFC, that is net national product at factor cost. Okay, so I think all these formula or how we can solve numericals of estimation of national income. In the next topic, we will solve number of the questions to clarify in a better or appropriate way, because numericals, until we will solve the numericals, it will not be clear to all of you, but this format will be remain same. Clear? Every time this format will be used, these three elements, and the first one GDP at MP, how it will be calculated. Okay, so I think everything will be clear to you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more.